regard to the question regarding the family, I'm extremely proud of my son Hunter. He has overcome an addiction. He's one of the brightest, most decent men I know, and I am satisfied that I'm not going to do anything. I said I abide by the jury decision, and I will do that, and I will not pardon him.
We begin with a Fox News alert. President Biden pardoning his son Hunter despite previously saying he would not use the pardon power on his son.
So let me get this straight. Some of you are actually shocked by this, and I'm not talking about the people on the conservative side of the aisle. We knew this was going to happen. But you people on the left that tried to ride that moral superiority horse of yours, that Joe Biden was choosing the law over family and Donald Trump only chooses himself. That's why he protested all of the indictment against himself and why he would pardon the J6 insurrectionists, because it's always about Trump. And Joe Biden is a magnanimous man, only about the law.
Let's get ready to rumble! Can't handle the truth. Somebody with a job of the line.
Hi, I'm Pastor Marty. Welcome to the Afternoon Drive. Please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, and once you are, smack the bell, click the word all. That will give you notification to my rants, my ravings, my undeniably flawless reasonings. Please like and share this video. That's the way that we get the word out that we're here. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of the Afternoon Drive. So over the Thanksgiving weekend, the media was gearing up to be able to tear into first thing on Monday the fact that Donald Trump had nominated Kash Patel to be the new director of the FBI. Oh, this is good. This is making them lose their minds more than when he had proposed Matt Gaetz as Attorney General. This has got them losing their minds more over Robert F. Kennedy Jr. heading up the FDA. This is just absolutely the libloons didn't know what to do with this. And then the gift that keeps on giving. Joe Biden steps in and he pardons Hunter. Gives him a full pardon from all of his crimes that he was just convicted of, but there's more to it than that. In fact, first was the gushing of the media that was so, Joe Biden is so much more presidential. He cares about the law. No one is above the law. And we had to hear it from Nancy Botox Pelosi, despite the fact that she has made hundreds of millions of dollars from inside trading because she is a member of the hallowed halls of Congress and knows what's going to happen in the financial markets before the general public. And she and her husband cash in on that. She can't even afford a set of false teeth that fit her.
No one is above the law, including the President of the United States. And so therefore, the Department of Justice, they went after Hunter Biden, and Joe Biden is abiding by the law, and Donald Trump is complaining about the law.
Well, all that is up in smoke now. And the media that once again is caught with its pants down defending this guy. Remember how long we heard that there was no mental cognitive issues with Joe Biden? We were seeing the best version of Joe Biden ever, that this guy is razor sharp. He's on top of it. He's got it. And the media shilled for him, not just for the past couple of years, but even during the 2020 election cycle when he was hiding out in his basement and still getting things wrong. And when he would do interviews, we caught him with the earpiece being fed the answers. Then when he exposed himself in the debate, which i.e. means The CIA, whatever alphabet agency, gave him his cocktail of drugs so that he could come out at certain times and for 20 to 30 minutes, appear kind of like he was on it, like at a State of the Union. They purposely held that back, didn't give it to him. They wanted him to fail because they wanted to swap him out because he was tanking in the polls to Donald Trump. And when the media was fully exposed for having been duplicit, complicit, and in a cover-up, then they turned their guns on Joe Biden, and they were angry. Okay, so let me get this straight, media. You're shocked that he's gone ahead and pardoned his son, when all he's ever done is lie. I know you have to turn the cameras off and you can't watch a full Trump rally because Donald Trump lies. Donald Trump lies. All Donald Trump does is lie. No, the liar is Joe Biden. And you guys covered up for him again. And now it has come to bite you in the arse.
With regard to the question regarding the family, I'm extremely proud of my son, Hunter. He has overcome an addiction. He's one of the brightest, most decent men I know. And I am satisfied that I'm not going to do anything. I said I abide by the jury decision, and I will do that, and I will not pardon him.
Presidential promise to put the law before family.
I said I abide by the jury decision, and I will do that, and I will not pardon him.
Letting the world know that he will not wipe away the decision of 12 of his son's peers.
Major commitment from the president, accepting the outcome of the trial and also pledging not to pardon his son.
So the challenge for him is really to continue to live up to his values when it was really personal, and he did that today.
It seems like a pretty normal, straightforward answer, but it takes new weight when we see what Trump is saying about the outcome of his trial, what we're hearing from other Republicans who say they don't accept the jury's verdict here in New York.
The contrast is profound. To sit there and say, well, I'm not going to intervene in the legal process and I wouldn't pardon my son. One side, Democrats and Joe Biden protecting the justice system. And on the other, Republicans and Trump protecting Trump.
So Joe Biden's gotten asked about, talking about law and order. He's gotten asked if he would pardon his son. He has said no. On the other side, you've got Donald Trump, who has said that he will pardon the January 6th insurrectionists. Yeah. They're not even his sons. They're just sons of bitches.
What happened today? The Justice Department convicted the president's own son, his only living son. You heard the president say he would accept the outcome of the case. I know no other word for that, but presidential.
He even went so far as to say he wouldn't pardon his son. That's how much respect he has for the system.
The president has said that he will not pardon his son. What did you think of that?
I thought it was extraordinary. I mean, it was a moment of just moral clarity.
Several months later.
We begin with a Fox News alert. President Biden pardoning his son Hunter despite previously saying he would not use the pardon power on his son.
Overnight, a sudden reversal. President Biden issuing a full and unconditional pardon of his son Hunter, ending a legal saga that the president now says was politically motivated. Biden had long promised he would not interfere with his son's cases, telling our David Muir in June such a pardon was not an option.
Will you accept the jury's outcome, their verdict, no matter what it is?
Yes.
And have you ruled out a pardon for your son?
Yes.
But now Biden says he believes his son was selectively and unfairly prosecuted, writing in a statement, no reasonable person who looks at the facts of Hunter's cases can reach any other conclusion than Hunter was singled out only because he is my son, and that is wrong.
My, how the tables have turned.
So the guy that in 1980 had to step out of his contention to try to be the Democratic nominee, to be the president of the United States, to get the Democratic nomination because he had lied. He had plagiarized his life story. He had been caught by every news agency. He lied about he didn't graduate at the top of his class. He graduated at the bottom of his class. He didn't have an uncle, an aunt, a father, a grandfather. Nobody from the Biden family ever worked in a coal mine in Pennsylvania. Never had. He just lied on top of lied on top of lied. And he was a plagiarist, and he was out. And all of a sudden, you think he'd turned over this new leaf, that he had this high moral ground. He's the big guy The one that said the Hunter laptop was just Russian disinformation and members of the intel community signed off on that narrative. And then when it finally all became true, you're now shocked. I didn't think he would pardon his son. Are you kidding me? We all knew he was going to pardon his son. But what you didn't catch was it is a sweeping pardon. It is not just for the things that he has officially been tried and convicted of. You know, the obtaining the gun permit, having falsified information, the tax evasion, etc. But it's sweeping. It goes back to 2014, right about the time he was going on the board at Burisma when Joe Biden was vice president and Hunter was being paid millions of dollars by Ukraine, and some of that money was going in the big guy Joe Biden's account.
The president's pardon is sweeping, covering not just those charges, but any uncharged crimes between 2014 and 2024.
Sweeping. This is about Joe Biden protecting Joe Biden. Because there is actual grounds that Joe Biden needs to be placed under indictment and tried and convicted of actual crimes, not the crap you make up about Donald Trump. You find some nutcase woman to accuse him of groping her in a department store dressing room 40 years ago. Statute of limitations ran out on it. The state of New York just poof, snapped their fingers, and for that one case and that one case only, extended the statute of limitations so they could go after Donald Trump. You had an attorney general in New York that decided to go after Donald Trump, that he had frauded people over, evaluating and the value of his properties. Hush money to Stormy Daniels, and somehow that constituted 94 cases of federal fraud. Georgia. He said, where's my 11,000 votes? Election interference. And J6, insurrection, though you never charged him with that. The documents case that Joe Biden was just as guilty of, far more so, and that as a vice president and as a senator, he had no authorization to remove any top secret files, had no constitutional power or authority to be able to declassify. A president, i.e. Donald Trump, did. But Donald Trump is the liar. Donald Trump is the one who doesn't respect the law. Joe Biden, who has used the law department for lawfare. And you're shocked that not only did he pardon Hunter, but he is saying, after saying that he agreed with the jury and he was abiding by it, that no. This was all political. Wow. The audacity of you people. The gall. One thing is abundantly clear following this election. Not only have the American people said no to everything that you have tried to do to stop Donald Trump, that we want to go back to what we had under Donald Trump, but we're all saying to you now, shut up and stop preaching to us, because you are so much more guilty of real crime and cover-up.